Hello, this is Sean Winters, digital coach for the Union County School District. I'm going to work on you on making a quiz or a test using Google Forms. So we'll say this is quiz number one as our description. Uh, go into as much detail right there as you want, especially if you're doing some sort of self-paced or Google Classroom where you're posting an assignment. The more descriptive, then if a student clicks on the wrong thing, they can easily determine which one's correct. So I'm going to start off, and before I get going, we want to do settings. And I like having the collect email feature on here. That way, when a student says their name, I can check to see if that matches who was signed in to see who took the test. I want to limit to one response. I'm going to go to presentation, and I like to shuffle the question order. That way, the person sitting next to them isn't getting the same. And once they finish the test, you can put in a little comment here. Now, quizzes is right here. I want to make this a quiz, and this is up to you. You can finish submitting, finish taking responses, and I'll send out results to them, or you can get the immediate. I do the immediate submission just so my students know, but I don't like telling them the correct answer. This is all up to you on how you want to do that. I hit save. And I also have this option over here where I can go to preferences. And now that it's a quiz, I guess I actually have to start making my first quiz question. I'll come back to that one. All right, so I have my question. The first thing I want to know is my student's name. And so this is how I typically proceed. You have a duplicate option here. We can duplicate that and just change that to first name. If you're sharing this with another teacher, you can ask, like, who is your teacher? Same thing, like, what period do you have? And you can do that as a Dropbox or a multiple choice question. It really doesn't matter there. For your younger student, you can actually go to add image. And if you're working off a computer that has the capability of taking pictures, you can take a snapshot. And same thing, working with the younger students, as much pictures as you can throw in next to the multiple choice selection. It'll let students have that. I'll show what that looks like if we do a quick preview, a little eyeball. And you can see it just kind of helps sort it out. I'll go back to the edit form. Right now that I have those, I actually want to do add a section. And the reason I do that is right now these are going to get scrambled up. And something happened just then. Sorry, my ordering was off. All right, let me get underneath this. And this is where my questions are actually going to exist. What I was saying is I have the option for it to scramble. So it's going to scramble this first section up. But then with my questions, it's going to scramble those as well. But I don't want randomly in this section, well, randomly with the questions, halfway through the test, it's finally asking them their name. So that just is a nice little feature there. So we can start asking our questions. And if I click answer key, I can pick which answer is correct. I can add feedback. Now, what I like about the feedback feature is this little guy right here. It'll actually let me, if they get this wrong or correct, either way, I find like a YouTube video on how to do this, a little additional worksheet. It's a nice little add-on, but the feedback will let them have additional knowledge on there. There's where we can establish how many points this question worth. I'm going to actually come back to that later. So I'm going to go back to edit question. And I can quickly duplicate this and change that for another question like what is 1 plus 3? And we have that there. Who was the author? We can do that as a short answer. When we go into our answer key, we can say, all right, this is the correct answer, like different variations of it. So, Mr. Smith Tom Smith. You see my point. We can get in multiple variations onto the same thing. So whatever answers you think, and then mark all other answers correct. It's a nice little add-on. Add another question. Now, what if I have a paragraph type question and I go to the answer key? This is where you're going to have to go in and you'll grade it yourself. So you have to kind of watch the paragraph ones because it gets into too much variability. But you can see you get a lot of options on there. You could have questions that work off of graphs. You can do search. And you pick a graph. Oh, something went wrong. Let me try a different one. Okay, so we'll have this. You have your question. And you see you have your responses there. So you can embed pictures as your choices. You can embed pictures as your question. One nice little feature you might like as well, we can actually add video, and you can track down the video that you want the kids to watch and then start asking questions. You can do a text box where you have a little writing prompt or a story they have to read and answer questions about. There's a lot of options with this. Now, I wanted to come back to show you this and go to preference. What did they? I think they took it away. It used to be an option where you could say make all questions worth this points. It looks like they changed that. And it might be because I'm asking the last thing first thing. So I'll show you how to go in and put in points. So I've asked, you know, say number of these because they're going to get scrambled. 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. So I'll go into an answer key and I'll go in and make each of these worth 25 points. Hit edit question. You'll see answer key 25 points. 25, 25. I'll do that for each question, send it out to my students, and then I have my responses here, and I'll go make a video on how to read the responses. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching our video. If you would, please click the like button and the subscribe so you can be up to date with any of our new videos. And thank you for watching.